Because you never know what life is gonna take you, and you can't change where you've been. But today, I have the opportunity to choose. I choose to be the best that I can be. I choose to be authentic and never.
Hello guys, welcome to the Nacho Show. I have a special guest, as always. Like I told you guys, I have many guests. And today we're having an interview with my dear friend Justin Bernard. How are you doing today?
Wow, it's good to finally be here. It's time has flown by so fast. We once talked about it and now it's actually happening.
Yeah,
very
excited.
Excited.
So
I actually take a cheers to that. Salute. Right?
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
Try to spike this water.
Very good.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Actually, I'm Justin Bernard. For those who don't know who I am, originally from Lake Charles, Louisiana / New Orleans, Louisiana. I come from a Creole family. And after high school, I took off. I'm a Gemini, so I love to just take an adventure, travel, and just go. So I finally got the nerve to just leave home. I went to college in Georgia, where I got my bachelor's degree from Payne College. And then I relocated and moved to, I went to Southwestern Christian College in Terrell, Texas to get my associates. Then I went to Georgia to get my bachelor's degree, and then moving to Loma Linda, California to get my master's in global and maternal child health care.
Nice.
Okay.
And I honestly, cheers to that again for getting a BA, and that, you better work. Okay? You better work. So, tell me, what else do you do in your free time?
As for me in my free time, one of my biggest things is since moving to California, and even just before, my thing is I'm a socializer. I'm a social butterfly. I love meeting new faces, new people. People are very interesting. I mean, even in the entertainment industry, if you're considered someone who is not mainstream, people look down upon you versus someone who is huge in the industry. And so, I'm the type of person, I would love to meet someone who's just sitting at a bus stop. You never know what's on their mind, where they've been in life, and when you get through actually talking to that person who's sitting at that bus stop, they have the most interesting life than someone who probably has a star on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood, California. So my thing is, I have a great deal for networking, not just networking, but just meeting great people with great qualities who have great stories to tell. And then that's how I knew that I grew love for public relations, and then forming my life into a publicist. And that's how I became with the name Public Eye PR. And that's how I came up with the name. I kept thinking about what can I call a name, and I came up with Public Eye PR. I was laying in my bed one night, and you always know when we're laying in our beds, and in the mornings, that's when we're most creative. I know that's when I'm most creative. And I said, what can I call my company? And I thought Public Eye PR. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm in the process of getting my website being put. So it's going to be called www.publicipr.com. Catch that. It's coming up soon.
I'll have it scrolling so you guys can look that up.
Yes. Very excited about that. What else? I'm a huge traveler. I love to travel. Love traveling.
What are the places that you travel, and what is one of your favorite places to travel?
My favorite place that I traveled was in Bali. I was in Bali summer before last when I was doing research. Summer before last, which was summer of 2009, I went to Manila, Philippines, Masbate, Philippines, Singapore, Bali, and Jakarta, Indonesia, all in 3 months, which was the most phenomenal summer I've ever had. And those who may not know me, they just see me in the entertainment industry as a publicist. I got my master's degree in global and maternal child health care. And part of my PR group is I want to have two different sectors within my group. I want to have an entertainment sector, a public PR, as well as a healthcare sector, a healthcare public relations firm, in which we would do is we provide mainstream media in the healthcare industry. Kind of like what Lisa Ling does, who works for Oprah. Lisa Ling goes across the world talking about different healthcare issues that are affecting many millions of women and children that are affected by different diseases, natural disasters, etc., etc. So I want to take that the different issues that are around the world and take it globally and mainstream and put it in the spotlight so people can become aware of different issues that are going on, as well as of course the entertainment group of Public Eye PR, in which I'm promoting various clients, big names, major corporations and companies, etc.
Wow, that is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you kind of already covered that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can skip that. Then, I was gonna ask you why that, but you obviously want other people just to open their eyes and know what is out there, which is a very good way of putting it, because some people obviously think of PR as getting someone get the spotlight in the music industry, in the media industry, to be a model. But as you took it a little branch further, dealing with kids, dealing with health, dealing with and that's something I haven't even heard of. That's like, it's, PR, you think of, public relationship. I want to be a movie star. Can you help promote me?
Correct. But that's great. That's great that you observe that, because a lot of times the media always covers celebrity drama, celebrity issues. Nothing against Britney Spears or Rihanna. I love them to death. I think they're great, talented people. Actually, I'm fans of both of the artists. However, I just think that the media doesn't put a lot of emphasis on different issues that are going on around the world. They're doing more downgrading than they are doing positive media attention, is what I like to call it. Things that are going on not just around the world, here in the U.S., with awards that people are getting, what minorities are doing, what people are doing around the world that is impacting the world, impacting each life one by one, day by day. And I think that's what I want to do, is I want to bring that great attention to mainstream media.
Well, I take my hat to you.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
You go around, please give me a call, I'll ride with you. You need some help with that?
I can always use some great help. I can always use some great help and a great pair of hands.
Nacho! So, anywho, who are some of the people you work with?
Some of the great people, that's a great question. And I got my start with public relations with a great dear friend of mine, Tara Rory, who is a phenomenal hairstylist in the state of Georgia. She, does video shoots. She's done big wigs in the state of Georgia. She's traveled out to Florida, Miami, Los Angeles. The name of her salon is actually VIP Hair Studios, and her main studio is located in Augusta, Georgia. And from then on, I started out as an assistant while I was in undergrad, and started doing little marketing and promotions of the salon, and got really, really good at it. And she says, Justin, you can be a publicist. And I was like, what's a publicist?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. And she laughed at me. And she thought it was the funniest thing ever. She thought that I knew what a publicist was. She was like, you get paid to do what you love doing, what you're great at doing, and that's something that you have natural. Some people have a craft natural, and some people are learned how to do it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've done both. I've learned, and it's something that I think it's natural to me. And for others to kind of bring that to my attention, it's something eye-opening for me. It gives me the encouragement that there's something that I really, really need to pursue. Sometimes you get discouraged.
Yeah.
This is a hard business, and you get discouraged, but you have others that are out there who are rooting for you. And Tara Rory was one of those people who really, really thought that I should get into the business. Started promoting her company and her brand, and now she is she's a thriving businesswoman in the cosmetology and beauty industry. Huge woman, great woman, I love her to death. And then after, when I moved to California, I worked with Sky Abear, who is a phenomenal photographer who's done work with Keisha Pullman, Tyler Perry, Rolling Out Magazine, great models in the industry, Ice-T, just huge names, Gabriel Union, the Norwood family, huge, great guy, phenomenal guy. The name of his company is called Studio 360, so I still, to this day, I do some freelance. If he needs me to do anything, he'll call me up and we'll do some things, work together on a few projects that he's working on currently. Scotty Abear is an amazing guy. Studio 360 is still and will always be a home of mine. And now I'm currently working with Iona Cunningham, who's the editor-in-chief and owner of Iona Magazine.
Nice. Now tell me about that.
Iona
Magazine.
Iona Magazine is a phenomenal magazine. It's kind of like how you would compare, or some may say, a lot of people would compare it to Ebony and Essence Magazine. And then they say, whoa, how is it different from Ebony and Essence Magazine? Well, Iona Magazine is it's an African American magazine that is catered towards demographics from 18 to 35 years of age for young professional women, women who are of ethnic race, and it's a beauty, health, fitness, and culture magazine that talks about different relationships, issues, trends, beauty, and of course gossip. We have an amazing online editorial. It's an online magazine, and it can be looked at if logging on at www.ionamagazine.com. It's a great magazine. I love it. The editor-in-chief is an amazing, smart woman. She knows where she's going. She is one of the, I think I've never seen someone who's very, very driven as Iona. The magazine started in 2001. We're in every major Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, and boutique stores nationwide. And of course, our online magazine is global-wide. Actually, we just had the end of our summer edition. For the entire summer, it was an amazing model and actor, Shamar Moore, who did a phenomenal job on the cover. He's done a cover, and he was the cover model for our online magazine.
Nice. Wow, that is so cool. I actually had the privilege and honor of meeting her, and I remember that. And she's such a driven woman, like you said, just getting out there and letting her dreams take control and be very, very determined to succeed, and she is doing that.
You know, I really, really encourage women to go out there because Iona is a very smart woman, very, very well educated, and what she did was she broke out. She was a research. She did research, and I think it's UCR. She did her research at UCR. She pulled out of the research industry and said, you know what, I want to open my own magazine company. It's a hard industry, it's a tough industry. But she says, I'm just going to take one for the team. I'm going to go out on a limb, have faith, and just do it. And now she's blowing up. She's huge. I mean, she's had cover models such as A. Marie. She's had Alicia Keys, Shamar Moore, Allie Ballard, from the show Numbers. She's had Tracy Ellis Ross do a cover. She's had phenomenal Tashina Arnold from the show Martin and Everybody Hates Chris. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I'm very excited of what's to come. We actually have a great hip-hop artist who is well-known globally around the world. And she's actually going to do the cover. I can't say her name yet. We're still confirming. But it's going to work out perfectly. And I'm very, very, very excited.
Awesome. And is there any other people that you have worked with?
Let me see. Angela Henderson. And I'm just kind of leaving working for other people, and now I'm working on my own, building my own brand for Public Eye PR. And now I'm doing some work with a great, amazing model, Angela Henderson, who is an amazing woman, who has done a lot. She's graced the covers of a few magazines. She's done Dime. She's done a few other magazines. Other magazines that she's done. I think it's a very few hip hop magazines. And now we're actually having her, she wants to do Broadway, so now we're branding her and marketing towards Broadway and not just being on magazines. We want to get her into acting as well. So she's agreed to do that. And so we're kind of molding and branding her and getting her face out there. And it's a very fun industry, but at the same time, it's a little bit, what's the word to say? It's a little bit, I don't want to say a little bit, but it's very competitive.
Very, very, and you're going to face that, but as long as you're determined and people see that, and people who are looking for a certain individual, they will see that in that person.
And it's funny because it's funny how the word gets out there. I remember you were actually out there with us. We were partying in West Hollywood, and as soon as we exited the club, what happened?
Yeah, you had me be Mr. Paparazzi 3 times out.
Yeah, so it was hilarious. Paparazzi was out there. Cameron Cruz, I mean, she had tons of fans who've known her, who've seen her in various publications. And I think what she has that gift of, what's the word? That gift of getting towards a main audience. She has presence. That's a very good word. She has presence, and I like that.
She really does. And I don't know if I told her, but I remember telling you when just hanging out with her, just like she could have her own show. Like the way her presence is so like, it doesn't demand attention from audiences. Audience kind of want her attention, like, oh my god, I gotta watch her. Like, she just, her voice, her lips, her body language, her just her whole persona, her everything about her aura. It's like, what do you have to say, girl? I want to know. You know? So it's like, you know. So I mean, once I met her, I was
beautiful girl, inside and
out. She is, she's beautiful. I love her skin tone. So beautiful. Hair and everything.
She used to be a Raider dancer, a Raiderette for the Oakland Raiders. And then she took her craft to move to Los Angeles, and then she went on tour with Rihanna and went on tour with Beyonce as a backup dancer. And I think she's very multi-talented. Beautiful woman, like I said, inside and out. So I'm really excited to see what goes on from this point on with Angela Henderson, as well with other clients that I'm working with. Oh, and let me not forget one other client that I'm working with, who is an amazing guy. He's writing a book, and his name is Hernando Hillman. Hernando Hillman was, he worked in the flight industry, traveling around the world globally. The guy is hilarious, phenomenal. The words can't describe how he is. I think when he walks into a room, people just, it's like the parting of the Red Sea, and people just stop and look. He is a person who has presence. Writing a book about his time and his life in the flight industry, different things that he went through. He's going to talk about personal stories that he's been through in the industry, in his personal life as a gay man, and different barriers that prevented him from moving up the corporate ladder in the entertainment industry, but in the flight industry. So now he is taking his memoir and putting it into writing, and writing a book. We're in the process of getting the book and the name of the book trademarked, so I can't release that at this time, but it's going to be a phenomenal book. You can expect to see it in every front seat back pocket on every major airlines, and we always joke about that, but I think it's going to be, he's going to be a huge wave in the gay community. He's a great guy, phenomenal guy, and he's going to break down a lot of barriers.
Good. Talk to him for me if you would love to do an interview. I would love to have him on my show.
We'd love to have him. I'd love to bring him on the Nacho show.
Yes, and even Angela, just so they can know what I'm talking about. I mean, if she is blessed, I mean, if I'm blessed, I'm sorry, I'm blessed to have her be a guest. I'm not trying to take off, you know, we already know about him, but I'm just talking about her for just a moment so you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to do nothing but like, I love her. Okay? But, thank you so much. Let me see, is there anything else I want to ask you? Because you basically answered everything before I could even ask.
First, I want to say how great of a job that you're doing. You know, people don't really have the understanding of how you can break away from something that you don't want to do, such as working a 9-to-5 job, and just break away to do something that you really have a passion for.
Yeah.
And I think I see a lot in you, and now I feel like I'm interviewing you. You know, but I really bring it to attention. I think you're a phenomenal guy. You're an amazing guy who has presence, and I think everybody can love you, including your enemies. I'm sure can love you and grow to love you. Can grow to love you. You're an amazing, smart, intelligent guy who I can say within the next 5 to 10 years, I think you're going to be on top of the world, doing shows and owning a phenomenal production company, doing the Nacho show, and doing a phenomenal comedy sketch shows such as SNL, which is going to go mainstream media. And I think people are really sleeping on you, and I can't wait to see how beautiful that you really are, and how people can see how great that you are as an African American, as a minority. And I love that about you, and I can really say that I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I've come a long way. Thank you very much.
Cheers to that.
Okay.
I love it. I'm very excited to see what's coming next.
Yes. Thank you, and I can't wait to put it out there to everybody, because I'm all about entertaining people and letting them see from another eye and point of view. So, thank you.
And all I can say is just expect to see more of me. I'm very excited. Getting myself out there, getting the brand out there, Public Eye PR. I'm in a magazine, Studio 360 Imaging, and I'm sure the website will be on the bottom of the screen, so that you'll be able to log on and look at and view our sites to see what we have going on, great things and opportunity. And one thing before we leave and close the interview is, I have to say, is that if you have a dream, and if you have a vision, if you have something that you want to create as a creator, because as individuals, God has blessed us as with talent, and I think that we need to share that talent with one another. We're living in an economy in which everything is taken away from us. We're depending on someone else to provide us with a living, a source of living.
Yeah.
But what I'm excited, what I'm seeing is, it's a big phenomenon that I'm seeing, is that people are breaking away from that. They're leaving their jobs, or they're being laid off from jobs. Some have even been fired from their jobs, and they're breaking away from that, and they're taking their lives within, they're taking their lives in control by their own selves, and pulling their own selves from their own bootstraps, and going out there and making it happen for themselves. They're opening up their own magazines, they're becoming stylists, they're opening up their own business, becoming entrepreneurs, and they're realizing that how great that they are as a business person, as an individual. And I encourage each and every person to step out above their own limb, step out on faith, and do what they want to do and make it happen, because it can happen.
So if you think you got what it takes,
do it.
Go. And don't just think it, because if you already thought it, you know you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know you got what it takes. So don't down yourself, put yourself up there, and just go for it. Don't hesitate, and as long as you tell yourself, you know my show, you know what I talk about. Live it.
Learn it. Love it.
Anyway,
I love it.
Thank you
this
so
is such a fun interview. Thank you so
much
for giving me the opportunity to come in, and I'm very excited, and I'm looking for the next upcoming interview with you.
And I got so much to say.
Thank you guys so much.
Gotta get this off of my chest, I gotta let it go today. I was always too concerned about what everybody would think, but I can't live for everybody, I gotta live my life for me, yeah.